Hey guys, Frisian here. We got this 2010 Lexus RX350 and I just want to show you, we're working on the street right now for a friend of ours, and the problem was that this guy, the very famous oil cooler lines, they start leaking. One of the lines burst, had a little hole, and started leaking oil like crazy. So it is a very common on this Lexus, this type of engines. I think it's a poor design. They might as well just, you know, do a solid pipe, which the rectified item number, you know, the aftermarket ones too, are just one piece instead of this rubber section in the middle. Anyways, to take this off, very simple. Just remove the plastic cover that's down here. It should be 10s, or it should be 10 mils. Okay. Once you remove the plastic, you're gonna be looking at this guy right here. This guy is on this little bracket. Take the little bracket off. Is a 10 mil as well. After you pop this guy out, then you're gonna have this right here. Gonna have this guy right about there. Okay, it's gonna be right there. It's a little tight in space, but totally doable, okay, without removing anything else. Okay, so what I did, so on one side you're gonna have 3 12 mils, okay, and the other side you're also gonna have 3 12 mils. It's gonna be 2 nuts and a center bolt on both sides. Sometimes the nut is going to come off with the stud. It doesn't matter, personally, but you know. Anyways, once you take those off, so this is the aftermarket part, okay, all in one piece. And like I said, the bolts on the side, these are going to be 12 mils. Okay, so right now we're just gonna have to clean our area and put our new part in. Okay, pretty straightforward. Make sure obviously that you put your new gaskets in there as well, so you won't have any leaks. The only bolt that I had trouble with removing is gonna be this guy right here, this bottom one. You can access it with a short 12 mil, okay, socket with a swivel, and then you can remove it from the side. Okay, I've seen other people just lower the subframe so they can access it, but it's not necessary. So anyways, let me go ahead and install this, and I'll show you the results. Anyways, before you install it, make sure that you check the surfaces. Okay, this surface is perfect, this surface is perfect. This side is not. I'm not sure if you can really tell. It is not perfect, and it's raised, and that one was 100% going to leak. Okay, so make sure you check that out before you make that mistake. This one right here is a dorman, and that one is completely smooth. So we're gonna install this dorman and throw this out. Okay, there it is. We got the new line in. Okay, there it is. Tip will be that you remove this 2 studs, because this is a 1 piece instead of a 2 piece oil cooler lines as the original is. And then after you put this side, then it's going to align perfectly, and you can put those 2 studs back in there. And yeah, so let me show you how to replace the radiator on this 2010 Lexus RX350. In a nutshell, we have to remove the upper cross member here. In a nutshell, we have to remove this guy right here. Okay, you got some 10 mils all around, down here in the front. Take this 10 mils, take this plastic out, and as you can see, the radiator exploded, you know, it shot. And then anyways, remove the fans, disconnect the cables right there, and then of course your coolant hose up here, the one at the bottom, and then you got some lines at the bottom as well. Okay, and then the radiator is going to come up right here towards the top. So this is the radiator. You got one line going here, here, here. This is the drain, and the one up top. Okay, so let me take all this stuff off. And right now there's an issue because this somebody welded this, but anyways, we'll figure it out. We'll cut it off so we can take this off and get the radiator out. So in order not to cut this, because again this is not supposed to be the way, just take out the 10 mils all around. Okay, and just working around this because I don't want to break that weld. And then you're gonna remove the 10 here, a 10 there. You're gonna disconnect this harness cable that goes here, which is this one. Pop it out, and then move the fan to the side, and then the entire fan comes out up. Okay, then right after you separate the condenser from the radiator, you're gonna have a 10 here, another 10 there. Okay, at the bottom you're gonna have an oil line there. That's the drain. That's another oil line, and back here you're gonna have the other coolant line. Okay, as a lower that goes into a thermostat right there on the side, and this is the upper. Okay, up here the thermostat is right there on the side. Okay, anyways, just lift the radiator up. Okay, and it will come up straight up. There you go. Right, there you go. All right, so we got our radiator in. Okay, you're gonna struggle a little bit. So there it is, guys. We got the new radiator. Obviously this car had some car crash issues, collision that it had at the bottom. That's why I'm not able to connect this bridge perfectly as it should. If I do, it's gonna create too much pressure, and it can twist and break the radiator. Anyways, that's a separate issue. If you don't have that problem with your car, obviously. So anyways, recap, remove the bridge. You need 10 mils, and then you're gonna remove the cable that's connecting the power to the fan. Remove that one. The fan is held on by one, and then another one over here. 10 mils. So you got 10 mils for the fan. One cable, it comes up. Then lean forward the radiator with the condenser. You got 2 bolts at top, holding the condenser to the radiator. Remove those 2 brackets, and at the bottom you're also going to have 2 brackets holding the condenser. Then at the front you're going to have 2 oil lines, 1 cooler line, and the drain. Take all those out, and then your radiator can come up. Okay, simple as that. Anyway, so there it is, guys. We got the radiator done, and we also got the oil cooler lines done. So anyways, if you got any questions, just comment below and I'll get you those answers. All right, guys, see ya.